telecommunication industry is poorly understood, and maybe it's their own goal by the industry in not explaining very clearly to the authorities and to customers that it is a very capital-intensive business. Just us as the MTN Group, we spend over $2 billion every year in putting, building radios, fiberizing our networks. I mean, that capital, which we get from shareholders, basically needs to get a decent return. So it's a very capital-intensive business. That's the first thing. Secondly, society sees it as a right that data should be cheap. And it's actually one of services that you'd ordinarily expect to be given by public capital, not private capital. When you and I grew up, we're using those phones that kids or grandkids today don't understand how we communicated on, but that was provided by public companies.
And you had public phones where you went on the corner and put some coins.
Yeah, I put on coins.
If you didn't have the coin, you wouldn't call.
If you don't have the coins, you can't call.
You wouldn't ask the operator to lower the fees.
You wouldn't. Exactly. Thank you so much.
I interrupt you.
No, it's a great point, and you can come and help us with our PR at MTN. But I'm on a more serious note, I mean, I think what the traditional telco operators face is a need to reinvent themselves, to see connectivity as a platform amongst other platforms that are within an ecosystem of services that can be offered. What happened in the 2000s was that, it's the advent of the iPhone. The advent of the iPhone brought a rich amount of data capabilities onto the phone. And the operators missed that. And then the Apples, the Netflix, and all of those really understood that the value was in the services and not in the provision of the raw data in of itself. And that's why value shifted to the Netflix, to the Googles, and so forth, the old versions called the FANGs. But the big companies that put in the infrastructure, have got very low returns. So what needs to happen in the future, certainly my perspective, and I think that's where the company's perspective is that as we move from 4G to 5G and from 5G to 6G ultimately, is that capital intensiveness of the business model will remain. But you don't have to put all your capital by yourself. You need to open up these networks. So we talk about open access models where we now even share our own infrastructure. We've opened up our infrastructure where a third party can leverage the investment that we've made, they pay us a fee, and we can deliver an adequate return on invested capital.